Love of my life, it is free. Bring it back, bring it back. I'll take it away from you because you don't know what it means. There you go. You're live now. Yeah. Let me just give you back the host.
Okay. And I'll make the co-host.
There. There. I think we're all set now. Oh, yeah. Because once we do the live streaming, we have to check the Facebook page as well because we have to edit the titles for that. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll just be in the background now. So let's just wait for learners. Okay.
That's fine. Okay.
Thanks, Michael.
Thanks very much, Lester.
Yes, and I'll just be here.
Hello, Fred.
Hi there.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, well as well. Okay. Getting to mid-morning for me, sort of 11 a.m. What about you?
Oh, yeah, you must be in Europe.
Australia. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're halfway around the world. For me, it's 8 o'clock p.m. on Tuesday, the 11th.
Okay. So what part of are you in the United States? What part of the United States?
Yeah, let me rename myself. I'm in Southern California.
Okay.
I'll put it in my, I'll change my name here. Yeah, I'm in a small beach town near Los Angeles.
Okay. Okay.
All right. What part of Australia are you coming from?
From Perth, Western Australia.
Oh, Western.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in Australia for the first time a couple of years ago. I took a cruise from Sydney to Los Angeles, 27 days across the Pacific.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I'm an old sailor, so I really enjoyed it.
I enjoy cruising too. I really enjoy it. Taken
Yeah.
a couple, but not enough. Okay, and they've been short. Yeah.
Yeah, and the COVID thing really hasn't been good for the cruise business. I don't know. We'll see what's going to happen there. It's hard to say.
Yeah. It is really hard to say what's happening. It's all very confusing.
Yeah, I have a friend I cruised with, used to cruise with, and he's really, I mean, he's taken over like 100 cruises. So that's his hobby.
Okay.
And, you know, whatever it takes, he's going to go. But he asked me and I said, no, I'm not quite ready. So I'm going to wait and see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's wise. Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Wanda. Oops, she's come and gone. Okay.
Came and gone.
Yeah, and Fred. Hello, Fred. Are you there?
I'm still here.
Yeah, you're still there. Okay, so it's just Wanda that's come and gone. I'm sure she'll come back. Often happens with internet connectivities. And so what brings you to a Pinterest class, Fred?
Well, we're just sort of cruising along. You know, sometimes I just was kind of hanging out. I spent a lot of time online. I mean, I teach a class locally, an iPad class, and I have an iPad interest group on Get Set Up, and I belong to a bunch of couch surfing groups. So I spend a lot of time online. So I thought, well, and I think Get Set Up is a great organization. So I thought, oh, just take a look and see what's going on. And that's how I saw your class. And it was like 2 minutes before it was starting. And I just clicked on it. Says, yeah, I mean, I know sort of what Pinterest is, but I don't know that much. I thought, oh, well, maybe I'll go learn something about Pinterest.
Okay, that's great.
So here I am.
Well, welcome. And really, you should consider being a guide for Get Set Up. Okay.
Well, I do run, I have an interest group called iPad Get Together that I do for Get Set Up currently.
Oh, is that through Get Set Up? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Well,
and I already teach a class online to a group in my community. So I'm not really looking to teach more classes, but I like the idea of having a interest group where you get together and you don't have to do prepare and all that sort of stuff.
And
what I also
do?
have a movie group on the weekend that I show movies, and so yeah, I'm online a lot. So
okay.
Oh, here comes some new people.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, if unfortunately the time is so different between you and myself, Fred, that I was going to say, invite me to your groups because I like chatting. I enjoy groups and socializing.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It's every other Thursday at 1500 Pacific Standard Time. So you can just Google, Pacific Standard Time, and it'll tell you what time it is in your country.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, thanks very much. Well, we can welcome, how do you pronounce your name? Cece? Sick?
Yes, Cece,
Cece.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm on Hawaiian time, so I'm really, it's still daytime here.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
I like your virtual background. It's very much.
Where are you in Hawaii?
Yeah,
Where are you
well,
in Hawaii?
I'm in California.
Oh, where?
Yeah, I'm in California.
So am I.
Oh, in Sacramento, California.
Yeah, I'm in Seal Beach.
Oh,
Southern
yeah, Seal Beach. I used to live there, not far from there. I lived in what was it? Hermosa Beach. Well,
yeah.
I
lived in Hermosa Beach for years and years.
In Torrance, and then went to.
Yeah, I have a daughter that still lives there. Yeah, no, I have a daughter that still lives in Redondo Beach, and I had a condo in Hermosa Beach for many years, actually. I lived I lived in Hermosa Beach. I lived in Topanga Canyon. I lived in Fox Hills. I lived in around. I mean, I'm a native Californian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great that you're close to each other, right? That's
Well, kind of. He's Southern California. I'm Northern California, so it's quite a ways.
Yeah, Sacramento is what we call here the San Joaquin Valley, which is
it's about 8 hours. 8 hours.
Yeah, it's a breadbasket of California. It's this huge.
Yeah, California's a very long state.
Yeah, this is a huge valley, like several 100 miles long and 50 miles wide, that grows huge amounts of food.
Okay.
All year round.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yes, tomatoes are specialty.
Yeah.
Tomatoes.
They grow everything. They grow almonds. They grow rice up in the northern part.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the rice fields that they burn.
Yeah, they grow everything up there. So that's why we have a bounty of fruits and vegetables here in all over California because of the valley.
Right.
Yeah, avocados are very popular. Do very well here.
Yeah,
and a lot of crops do because it's like a perpetual. It's always warm and good.
Yeah, they grow several crops a year because it really never freezes there.
Yeah, it doesn't ever. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I have a friend that lives in El Dorado Hills.
Oh yeah, that's right next door to me.
Yeah, near Folsom
I'm really
Lake.
in Folsom. I'm in Folsom, and my daughter lives in El Dorado Hills. So
yeah, it's right next to Folsom.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right
I just talked to her the other day, and I could see Folsom Lake, and she gave me her address, and it's right, the same neighborhood.
Yeah, nice area.
Small world.
Yeah, what is your main city in California, or your capital city of the state?
Sacramento, where I
Where-
don't live too far from.
Yeah,
I'm
she
about,
lives,
this is close for us. I'm about 30 miles from it. That's close. Everything in California is far, far, far.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's
So
not like Europe. Europe,
Sacramento-
everything's close, and California,
That's right. Yeah.
United States.
So our capital city is Sacramento.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Now, where do you live, Michael? In what country?
I'm going to put on some slides and I'm going to tell you where
Oh,
I
okay.
live.
Because I was curious. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well, there it is. Okay. I live in
Oh,
Perth,
Australia.
Western Australia, down
Wow.
under, as you would say. Okay.
Wow. Oh, birth. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really
well,
far. Yeah, Western, very Western.
Yeah. You know,
Wow.
although we're down under, we are ahead of you as far as days. We've already reached the 12th, and I think you're still on the 11th.
Yes, yes. We're still
I,
loving.
I still can't get over when I took the cruise ship, we went across the date line. We
Yeah.
had the same day for 2 days in a row, and I still haven't figured that out.
Yeah, that one is interesting. Yeah. Yeah, or you go from one. I went to Samoa Islands, and you go to Samoa, regular Samoa, and then you go to American Samoa, and all of a sudden you lose a whole day. I go, what?
Yeah,
You know, you went what, about 5 miles.
I know, it's hard to figure out. And I'm an
I've
old
flown.
I'm an
Yeah.
old sailor, so I know a lot about navigation and latitude and longitude and all that, but that one still throws me.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it does.
Yeah, I've
'Cause-
flown and left one place and arrived at the next place before I left at the other place.
Yeah.
Oh, now that's interesting. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Yeah, I haven't been able to do that because it's always my trips are far. Yeah. Well, and I went to Australia. I loved Australia. Oh man, I went all over Australia. Just
Okay.
it was so neat.
Did you come to the west?
I went to Kangaroo Island. Kangaroo Island was neat.
Oh,
That
lovely.
was so neat. And a
Yeah.
lot of it burned. It was so sad because, like, you know, the koalas of this air and everything, and it's just sad to hear that the animals are burning. I mean, oh, it was just awful. In
Yeah.
California, you get a lot of fires, so
Oh, yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not
And
fun.
Eastern
Yeah.
Australia as well. Well, in fact, the whole of Australia, a lot of fires. A lot of fires.
Yeah, yeah, Eastern.
But we're heading,
Right, the
you know, on the west of Australia,
Great
where I
Barrier
am,
Reef.
with the Mediterranean climate, so we're getting rain now in winter. Okay.
Oh, right, because you're opposite of us. Yeah,
The
Yeah.
seasons are reversed, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, opposite seasons. Wow.
Okay,
so a
so
lot of rain.
that's where I live and that's who I am. Enjoy writing, researching, and
Consultant.
business generally, and enjoy gardening as well. It's great. I do microgreens. I do a class on microgreens actually, and
Oh, nice.
yeah,
I'm sort of come to gardening rather late, even though my father was a great gardener, and I have a very small garden, but I've been actually sprouting seeds.
right.
Occasionally I buy seedlings, but I just find there's something nice about starting something from seed.
Yeah, I agree. Microgreens are great, and they're so much more nutritious than the full-grown vegetable too. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah, I'll have to look up your class on microgreens.
yeah.
And crops do really well out here. Like we can plant something and it's up within in days. I mean,
Yeah,
it's-
because the weather is
it's
so
amazing.
mild. Yeah, warm.
yeah, and we have a greenhouse too, so it really gets it
Okay,
faster.
that's great. That's great for microgreens too. But you can grow
Yeah.
them in your house as well. Yeah.
Yes. Well, not as
Yeah.
well though. Our house is really dark. We don't get good because it gets so hot here. It'll get to 110 degrees. And
Okay.
so
That's very hot. That's
which is
about
pretty
40
hot.
degrees centigrade.
Yeah.
yes, yeah, or 42 or something like that, or very
Yeah.
hot.
I'm
And
just listening. Yeah.
in the house, it's pretty dark. We don't have good lighting in our house because we have it faced so we don't get that hot afternoon sun.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
But I'm gonna figure out because I really want to do crops inside. I really want to do an herb garden and a spice garden. You know.
Okay. Well, you know, certainly the microgreens, you know, growing microgreens from some of the spices like coriander and so on, really, you just don't let them get to the full plant. You see, you just take them at that microgreen stage, and very, very
Oh.
tasty and nutritious. Yeah.
Yeah.
I talk about it in the class. Come into the class and see. Cece, I believe you've just been in my wife's class, haven't you?
Oh, does she teach it? Or I thought you taught it. Yeah. Oh, I just came from her class. Is your wife Murray? No.
Yeah,
No.
Susan Murray. Yeah, that's right.
No. Is it Sue or no?
It was Sue. Yeah. Yeah, she came past.
Oh.
She was in my class. She pointed at your picture and said she was in my class.
Yeah. Oh, she's a great teacher. Oh, wow. I was impressed. I just kind of audited her class and I was so impressed. I just had to, go to it.
You got somebody else.
Yeah,
Shirley Wilson is
Yeah.
come
I'm here
online.
again, Michael.
Yes, Shirley.
I'm waiting till 10 o'clock for Sue's program.
Okay. Sorry, Shirley, I missed what you said there. I interrupted you.
I said I'm waiting for Sue's class after this one,
Oh, are you? Yes, she's got another class.
her wildlife class.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. That's super. All right. Well, let's chat a little bit about Pinterest. And I know that Fred hasn't been on. Cece, have you been on Pinterest?
Yes, I
think
have, but I
I
can't
have
figure it out
been,
because
but
I
I
get
don't really understand it that much, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, same here. Every time I go to, because I have a bunch of places that send me stuff because I have interest in crocheting and quilting and all that stuff. I have so many interests, and they send me things. I don't know how to go into them and how to do things so I can, get use out of it. Yeah.
Right.
So, and people follow me. I got a bunch of people following me, but I don't know how to do any of this stuff. So, okay.
All right.
So
Well, let's. So as you know, probably that you need an account to get into Pinterest. You can't just go to Pinterest and stuff. So, but it's free, okay, and it just needs some simple information in order to. So you go to Pinterest.com and it'll ask you for some information, email and name and so on, and you'll get in and. And quite honestly, I use Pinterest a lot for my researching and for future classes that I'm busy looking at presenting for Get Set Up. I use Pinterest as my storage room, if you like, as to sort of to file things away. And so
I just Google Pinterest then, Michael?
Yeah, you can Google Pinterest and then click on it. Otherwise,
I have an account, as it turns out. I do have a Pinterest account.
Okay. For those then that don't, if you want to create an account, then go to Pinterest.com or Google Pinterest and click on what comes up as the main account. And then you can create an account by, it asks you see what's on the screen now, for example. It's just about your email, phone, and rough age, and simple questions and answers. And then once you've done all that, it will come up with a series of images, and it wants you just to click on some of those images. Okay, the reason is that it wants to start off by knowing something basic about you. And so if you look at these pictures here, there's easy meals, exercise, positive quotes, teen bedrooms, makeup, and women's fashion. So, if you sort of got a vague interest in any of those, then you click at least one, okay, and that will be a starting point for you and Pinterest to come together, okay. So and this is what I use it for. The big features with Pinterest is that you search for topics, okay? And now you'll probably see, because I'm going to go onto Pinterest in a few minutes and look live there, that I've been searching for information about the lost city of Atlantis and the Bermuda Triangle and things like that. sailors don't really want to know about, I'm sure. But anyway, and you then save particular images. It's all about images, and you save the image, and that's now has a link to the person who posted it and more information, and it might even have a link to go out of Pinterest to their website as well. So when you start with Pinterest, you need to create a board, okay? And I'll show you how to do that on the live screen when we go. And you can make any posting secret. You don't have to make it public if you don't want to. And then you can do the opposite. You can get collaborators around your board. So let's say, Fred, you were going to have a board about cruising the world. Then you might have friends who have also cruising. You make them collaborators, and they then put in pictures as well. And so, and you can have sub-directories, if you like. They call them sub-boards, okay? So you can have one that's going east, another one going west, north, south, you know, and you can have the pictures, and it'd be lots of fun to do that, particularly because you like cruising, okay? And so we'll come to some of this live. So let's just go live now. Let me just, I'm going to just type in Pinterest. Let's have a look. And click on it. It comes up automatically because I was there last night. So it immediately comes to, let me just move that up. It immediately comes to my Pinterest account, all right? And this is like my home page. And you would, as soon as you've got an account. So you have a home page already. Whether you've done anything to it, you know, if you haven't put your picture up or anything, that won't show. It'll still be there with your name, okay? And so basically a home page or your page on Pinterest consists of, your profile consists of many boards, as many boards as you have made, okay? So so you can have, I mean, I don't think there's a number that restricts you. I suppose at the end of the day there might be, but I mean, I've had people in this class who've had probably 50 boards, and so
it looks like these boards represent your interests.
Spot on. A board represents your interest. Now you can also have a board with subboards. So let me just take, say, one of mine. I think microgreens that we were speaking about. I click on microgreens. Now microgreen board comes up, okay, and you can see I've got 4 or 3 other subboards under microgreen. One, microgreens health, other one's microgreens generally, and the other one happens to, I didn't know where to put it, so put it under there is vegetables in pots, okay, which I've also done historically. And then as you page down, you'll see that the Pinterest artificial intelligence suggests now other things for you. So you look at the other things on your home page, and if you put your cursor over them, like I've done on the right-hand top, and you will see, you know, how to grow a clove. Now I look and I say, okay, do I want that? But I thought, you know, before I'm going to click in the middle of the picture just to get a larger picture and some more information by clicking on the picture. So I'm looking here at how to grow garlic from a clove, and I've got various options. Now, above that title is backyardgardenlover.com. Okay, so I might want to go there because it looks, now I'm going through the process that you would be going through, all right, and I'm talking to yourself. Right? And I go down, and it wants to offer me some more posts that are similar to those there. Now, for me to make a decision of whether I'm going to save that one, I don't need to know about similar ones. So now I've got 2 options. I can save this one, okay, by clicking the save red button at the top there, and I'm saving to microgreens grow in the main board, okay. I'll show you later how to get to a subboard. Or I could come down here and I could click follow. Now, that means I'm not saving any board, but I particularly like that all the posts that this person's doing, and I just want to know when he does some more posts. I just want to follow him and his posts. So then Pinterest would advise me when something happens. But I can also click on his URL, and I will move off of Pinterest for a moment, and up will come his particular website. And it's actually called the website, How to Grow Garlic from a Clove. And he's done a lot of posting. You can see down here, you can click. So there's clearly a lot that I can learn from him. Okay. And you must ask as well, because you've always got to ask yourself, why am I going to follow somebody, or why am I going to save that? Okay. There must be a reason. And otherwise you'll end up just saving a whole lot, and it becomes a bit higgledy-piggledy. And so the website, you can see there's not only posts, but the things you can watch and so on. So let's go back to Pinterest now. So in Pinterest, I have saved this aspect because this is really what I want. I don't think I want to follow him, all right? So I'll say, no, I don't think so. So we go back to the original My boards. Remember the microgreen growing and the 3 boards. So that's why you can now, I'm just ticking again the microgreen board. And so now I'm doing growing health microgreens. Now this is one of the subboards underneath my microgreen. So now I put everything to do with health underneath this particular board. Okay. And so do you understand at this point, let's just stop. Do you have any questions about?
No, the question I have is, how do you find the person that you decided to follow that person, but not save it? So how do you find them again?
Okay, that's a good question for sure, because remember now, this board is like a subboard at the moment, and I can go back by clicking my profile picture, I can go back to my main board with the other main boards on it. Okay, and now you'll see up here on the top.
There it is. Yeah,
there it is. You see, you click on following, and now it brings up people I follow.
Okay.
That's where you go. Also, if you go to the extreme left, the home, which is a combination of your home and Pinterest as well, because Pinterest will now bring up, if you scroll down, all types of images that have been pinned on Pinterest by various people, and a lot of them are the people that you are following. Okay, so if I look at that particular picture there, I did that yesterday. I was looking at whirlpools in the ocean that can become very big. I don't know, Fred, have you ever seen a whirlpool on your cruise or not?
Well, we call that a cyclone in the Southern Hemisphere.
Okay, yeah. The pictures frighten me. So I hope I don't ever experience one. All right, so the home, again, Instagram, Pinterest is putting things into here for you to look at and to consider. Okay, so you can start looking.
So these aren't things, these are things that Pinterest, because of your interest, it just keeps filling this thing up.
Correct.
But you can look through them.
So you want to now stop on one of them. Okay, let's say we stop on this one, and we can immediately save it because we like it. Okay, or as we did before, we can click in the middle and go to the posting and find out more about it. So that way you're starting to build up. If you save the pin, that's a pin now that you must decide under which board of yours it goes. And if you don't have a board, let's just see, you see the little drop down arrow here. It asks you which board you want to save it to. And so you look down, and you say, no, I'm going to create a board there, right at the bottom. Okay. And you click create a board. And now it wants, first and foremost, a name for that board. It wants you to give it a name. So, we can call it ginger. I use a lot of ginger, and I'll make ginger kombucha and stuff like that. It's really, so I click it. Now, remember I told you, you could make it secret. So you could click that and nobody will see it unless you have now decided to make that secret one a collaboration with some people. Okay, but I don't want to. We won't make it secret. Okay, and we've created the board. There are a lot of people there that we could collaborate with, but we're not going that route. Okay, so we click in on ginger, and we've now clicked enter. Okay, and we can go up and let's go and have a look. We click on my icon again, and there is a board. Okay. So now it's sitting right in your face on your main board, and you think, well, I actually don't want that main board, so we need to do something with this main board. So let's click on it. Okay, obviously there's only that one that we've posted, but there are various things that we can do. And while we're on this slide, I'm just going to show you the three dots there. So you can edit a board. In other words, you can change its name or something. You can share the board with whoever you want to. But what I want to show you now is you can merge this board with another board of yours. Okay, so let's click merge, and it says, right, who do you want to merge it with? Where do you want to merge it? So maybe we'll put it under microgreens. So we click on microgreens, and it says done. Put it under growing your health microgreens. Okay, and I've clicked done, and so now it disappears.
In a subdirectory. It's in the subdirectory.
It's in a subdirectory. Spot on. Now it's in a subdirectory. So, if we go to microgreens and move that a bit up so you can see it. And I think we put it under health, did we? And okay, maybe we didn't put it under health. Okay, let's go down and see. That must have been one of the other boards. But anyway, it's now a sub board under one of the other boards. Okay, so now you've seen how to search for something, and you've seen how to save it. You've seen how to go to it and pin it.
What about if you want to edit it, like the spelling, like ginger is Ginger, or I mean, and you make, I always misspell everything. So
yeah, let's
or ex-teacher, or retired teacher. But I'm always getting things, because you do it so fast. I mean, I do it so fast, and so it just changes it really easy. Okay.
So you can, let's just do it and let's have a look. Okay, so we've now searched at the top. We haven't done this yet, but let's do it to answer your question. You search at the top, and that's ginger. Now, if we, okay, and it gives you a whole lot of results of ginger, but let's say we spell it incorrectly, okay, and it finds your ginger, okay, even with the wrong spelling. Look at that.
That's good because
when you're searching, we've been searching under my own pins. It says your pins. It would be your pins. You can also search under all pins. Okay, and now it brings up different things. This guy's probably called Ginger.
He's got ginger hair, I guess.
You got ginger.
Yeah, being redheads are called
Redhead.
ginger sometimes. Yeah,
Poor
that's right.
guy. Ah,
Yeah. So, then you would get some interesting aspects, but it also shows you, here's some other options. What about gingerbread
ooh, yeah,
cookies?
yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
And now everything with gingerbread cookies
Wow.
comes up.
Okay.
And now, if you're into baking and enjoying ginger, then there's no better place than on Pinterest to find these sort of things. You can Google this somewhere, and you're going to get a whole lot of stuff you didn't want. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
lots.
here on Pinterest, you get in what you ask for, and you then select it and get into more detail. I mean, just look at, I'm just scrolling down, just look at all those ginger cookies and biscuits and things.
Wow.
You're making us hungry, Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big foodie, so there's no limit to what you can look up here.
Yeah. So, it's even when you make a spelling mistake, you can come out of it, and you can look at previous, you can see that last night I told you that I was looking for the ancient city, any ancient city in Antarctica.
Antarctica?
And
Oh.
I went and look, okay. The shocking Antarctica ancient alien underground city.
Like more stuff than you ever wanted to know about Antarctica.
Yeah.
And it also takes you to the article.
thing.
So you can then go to the article and learn about
Yeah,
it.
that's great.
Videos. It'll take you to videos. I mean, there's some really astounding videos. We as the general public, we only get to know about what the newspapers consider we should know. Okay?
Exactly. Yeah.
So if we want to know something about aliens, you won't find it in anywhere. You won't find it other than on a place like Pinterest, where people search for things and then save them and pin them. And it's really, and especially with Antarctica, we've got pyramids actually coming out of Antarctica, out of the ice. I'm not sure if there's one here to show you. Could be that one, I'm not sure. Oh no, I don't want to save it. I want to actually go to it.
Ruins of ancient city found in Antarctica, that one said.
Okay, yeah. So they have, with all our advanced equipment that we've got, the US Navy, not the Navy, NASA, they've got a special plane that flies over the Antarctic with all sorts of equipment underneath it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it finds things that never get revealed. Okay. And so it's going to be really interesting when the Antarctic eventually melts and we get to see.
Antarctica used to be, because it's moved, the continents have moved. So it used to be where it was tropical at one time, millions of years ago. And so millions of years ago, you can find fossils of, in Antarctica, they found fossils of trees.
Right.
The leaves of trees, of tropical trees. So it was interesting. Yeah. But
that's very interesting. Those are things.
Yeah, you have to look into that. That's actually true. I saw it on Nova, so it's a pretty.
Yeah, they dug down like miles through the ice and found bacteria that they don't even know how it ever got there.
Rembrandt said.
But they also dug down,
they do these big things.
And they found passages. Okay, they found passages and enormous rooms.
Wow.
So there's a lot. I'm hoping to do a class on mysteries.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah.
So Michael,
yes.
Do you have this as a app on your desktop?
Pinterest, yes. Pinterest. Well, no. Sorry,
you're running it in a browser, right?
I'm running it in a browser.
You're running in browser. Okay.
Yeah, but you can get a Pinterest app. Okay. But
okay, I have another question for you.
Say again.
Up on the top of your page, where your picture is on the right-hand side.
Yes.
You got 3 little dots in a balloon.
Yeah.
And a bell. What
Yeah.
What is that?
Okay. Let me just show you. I'll come back to that right now. We're just going to show you how to get out of this picture. We now got an arrow on the left there, and that takes us back to where we were. And we were under something called explore, because we searched for ancient city in Antarctica. Okay. And and so that came up. Okay, let's come to your question on these 3 little dots. This is where you can communicate. It's like your app that you message people and so on. So okay, so you can do it from here, and somebody, it also shows you your invitation. I've been an invitation, sent you a message. They want me to accept a link with them, and I absolutely do. So we're going to click 7, and I've now actioned that particular aspect. So that's what that is all about. Okay, and we can go back by clicking there. And you want to send somebody a message, that is, as you know, Cece, that's now my wife that you just had a class from.
Yeah.
Okay, so I could click, and I could send her a particular message, which I've done before, and so I would just do it here if I wanted to. Okay, and so let's click the back arrow. You can then search for people to send a message to, by name, and if you put in Don, you come up with too many. Okay, too many Dons, but you click on Don, who's on the east coast of Australia, and I could now, send him a message if I wanted to. Okay, but that all about those sort of things. So on the left of that, you'll see a bell, which is often common with social media aspects. It's just updating you on what is happening on your Pinterest. Okay. So you will see.
I'm doing a search for you.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. You see, it says, see what gardening soul and 10 others found in art animals and one other topic. Okay, so you can click that, and there you are. These are what some of my other friends are doing that I'm linked to.
Okay, yeah.
So that's a good way to also keep track of people, is to do that. I want to go back to the extreme left-hand side. I told you what.
Can I ask you about if you've got people following you? Like I got like hundreds of people following me, and I didn't know how to communicate with them or do anything, and to say, like someone says something and they go, "Okay, get back with me," and I didn't know where their emails are or anything.
So this is people.
Following
that Michael's following, but you want to know about people that are following you.
Yeah, follow me, that so I can communicate to them and say thank you for looking at my stuff. But I just don't know. Like someone's asking, they're asking about different things, and I go, I didn't know how to get a hold of anybody. All
right, there are options. First of all, if you go to home, anybody you following their posts will appear under home plus other posts. Okay, some Pinterest but the people you are following, any post they've done will come here quite quickly. So let's just, for argument's sake, click on any one of these. Okay, in the middle.
What about people following me though? I don't know how to communicate to them. Or
okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay, but if I haven't chosen one that says. Usually it will say either. That they are following you here in this space here, if you are, or if you are following them. So both bits of information will come here. And I must prepare one for a future class, but I can't, I can be clicking at random here a lot and not actually find one that maybe a much older one perhaps might have, I don't know, let's have a look there. but I will take you to another place as well. So I just want to see if I can get to show you. This is so old, it's taking time.
Oh, yeah.
No, wasn't the one. Okay, but anyway, it's taken me off site anyway. So let's go back to Pinterest. All right, what I want to show you now is on the extreme right, the drop down little arrow there. Okay, see the little drop down?
Yeah.
Okay. Now there are various things you can do from there, and this is an important aspect of Pinterest as well. You can add another account with another name, not a board. This is now another account. If you were going to maybe start a business, and Pinterest is a really good place to start a business, you would add a business account there, and or you can take your own private account and convert it to business. Okay, and there is somebody on Get Set Up that does a business Pinterest, but I haven't gone to it. Okay, so now more options underneath. You can now, I'm still coming to your question. So you say you can get it under settings, but let's just tune your home feed there. Okay, now comes your home feed. So historically, you are getting all these things that you can then turn off if you wanted to. These are all like, that one we've just done now, we've looked at. But, I looked at those last night, and you can see, look, and so you go down, 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 and any one of these you can decide to turn off. Okay, so let's turn off that one. You click turn off, and it just stays there saying, well, we're going to leave it there until you exit, and then it won't be there when you come back. And so you can turn off any of these that are coming, but you can also go to boards. Okay, now these are your own boards. Okay, you don't want any stuff coming on your home page, let's say about microgreens, so you click off microgreens. Now you won't get anything showing on that board relative.
That's kind of like you've got all you want to know about microgreens or something. You don't need more.
Correct. And historically, I have, when I was in business and when I was authoring and things like that, and then I actually deleted those boards because I had no longer any use for them. You can also go to topics, and you can remove topics from coming on your home page, which I don't want.
Are those ones that came up when you initially signed up in interest, or was those the ones you
no, these are ones
found
that
along the way?
Yeah, no, these are found along the way, because many years ago, in fact, I started making my own kombucha and for the probiotics, and then organic gardening tips definitely. I want to stay there, so I don't want to remove them. So likewise, you can go to profiles, okay, and you can now edit. If you don't want to follow somebody again, let's say here we're following, we can now click the following, and immediately it turns to follow. Okay, so now we can cut out all the people that we are following that we don't want to see anymore. Okay, under that tune your home feed, under settings on the right here, remember we went up there. So again, you can scroll down to the end of the list of people that you are following, and I actually need to do that soon, because some of them really go back into history. Okay, let's go back to this little drop down arrow. By the way, there is somebody asked about the Windows app. I think it was Shirley. Yeah, there from here you can download, install the Windows app onto your computer. Okay, but let's just go to settings, and now this is where you edit your profile. there's some information, as you saw, of me on my board, on my home board, and the same will be with you. So now you can change any one of these things that you see here, and this is just sort of general edit of profile, okay? But then if you go down on the left to account settings, this is where you can change your email and password and country and so forth, okay? Below that is what we've already looked at, tune your home feed. So we won't go through that again. And so you go down, you can go and explore all of this, these things, okay? Yeah, you can now set up your websites, your Instagram link, and or you can, they call it claim and unclaim, okay? So I allow my website to be shown. There it is there. Okay, if I wanted to change it, I would say unclaim, don't show it, okay? I haven't, with the Instagram, if I click on that and I want to, are you sure you want to unclaim your Instagram account? So I click no, I don't, okay? Sorry, let's go back here. I need to claim that back. So it asks you when you want to claim back a website, you now decide how you want it done, and whether you're using HTML for your website. So whoever designed your website. Okay. So what else have we got here? Notifications. So you can get notifications on Pinterest when you're there, and if you want to edit it, you can see you've got an option here of turning on and off a notification on Pinterest. On Pinterest itself, you can edit whether you want to see it by email or get it by email, and the push notifications, which frustrate me no end, coming onto my desktop when I'm working. I get these push notifications that come on, but you can notify them, and so those are notifications that you would do. And then it comes your privacy and your data also under settings. So you can see there mentions, or people allowed to mention your name. In other words, they say, at Fred or at Michael Plumstead, and then they are communicating and marketing you basically, okay? And so, yeah, I say anyone can. You can hide your profile from people searching. And so there are all these different security that you go and look at, and just ask yourself the question, why do I want that on, or why do I want it off? Come up with a reason and then action it. And so you see, share activity, autoplay videos, yeah. So sorry, let's just touch on security there as well. Do you want a two-way factor? It's very popular now when you enter your
Yeah, it is for security reasons.
Yeah. So you enter, and and you want to log in. Once you've got an account, then they send you some other link, maybe via email or via a message or via one of
they text you a code sometimes.
Yeah, that's another way that they do it. So, and you choose which way you want it. It's part of your and so then with connected devices, if you've got more than one device logged into your account, and you can click on learn more and get to understand. I don't use another device, so you go and have a look there. And then the last thing on the left is apps. Apps keep track of wherever you logged in with your Pinterest profile, and remove access from apps you're no longer using with Pinterest. So there's another option of looking at, Shirley, with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the interesting thing that we've discovered going through this process is that you can keep track of people you follow, but people following you, okay, need to keep track of you, okay, and so they would then connect with you, okay, and so I guess it's more not like Facebook and Instagram, where it's a two-way communication. When you're following somebody, then you're following. When they are following you, that's fine. But if it's through an email, let's say that now you are doing things, that's where you would go to and search for the people here that not following you, but they have communicated with you. Okay, because normally what happens when you follow somebody, you send them a hi, it's great, I like what you posted, or something like that, if you want to build that. But this is not designed really for social media, although it has this aspect of social media built in. Okay, so are there any other questions?
Yeah, so to get back to people following you, you go into those three dots. Those
Yeah,
dots up there?
the people following you, there actually isn't a list where you can see a list of everybody following you, okay? The only way you can get to them is if they've communicated with you in some way or other, okay? Then you will find them. And also when people like your various postings, then you communicate with them.
Oh.
So there isn't a list that you can click on that tells you. Let me just have a look again back to this board. I just want to see.
So you have 79 followers.
Yeah, that's correct.
Sure.
Yeah. And I'm following 78, okay, which you can find there. Wait a minute, let's just click on followers there. Just wait a minute. There we are. Hey,
There they are.
Oh,
That's
there
what
we
you're
are.
looking
Yeah.
for.
that's what I'm looking for.
And if you click on that, does that unfollow?
Yeah,
A toggle?
absolutely. Well, let's just click on the top one and it's
Yeah.
unfollow.
So that's how you unfollow.
But also, obviously, you can now click on their name and there it comes.
Find out more information. Okay.
Yeah,
And
you
you
can go and see who they are and what they're up to.
Yeah, because I have a few hundreds, and it's like, I don't know. That's getting to be too many, I think, because what if he gets a crack, like a hacker or something?
Okay,
Yeah,
but
I always worry about that.
I understand, and if you did, you'd come here. But generally, you're not going to get people that are going to upset you. Okay,
Oh,
and
good.
they can't upset you by following you. Okay.
Oh no, that's yeah.
So,
but they can follow you without your permission, or is there someplace in your setup that you can say, don't let anybody follow me if you wanted to?
Yeah,
you can say no followers, okay, if you want to. Yes, in the
That's
settings.
the other extreme.
Yeah. But here, you've seen the people that and really you can. It's as easy as to click one of them, and say, unfollow. Okay. And
or like you said, you can look them up and say, well, I don't have anything in common with that person, I'm going to unfollow them or something.
Yeah. Yes, you can. Absolutely.
Okay. Good.
So you've got followers and following, and I'm glad I found that. I've learned something today.
Yeah.
That is super. Okay. So we just click the little arrow at the bottom there. So that's where they all are. Even the following is there and the followers are there. And
so the same would apply. Maybe you might want to revisit your following sometimes. Maybe there's people that
you never know.
You don't want to follow anymore because of you change your interests or something.
Definitely, because you do change your interests over the years, and you're using this as a electronic scrapbook, okay, and so you putting things in because you want that information, and And then there comes a time that you don't want that information
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
And then you would just come along and click appropriately. So yeah, so that's great. And thank you for teaching me.
Well, I don't have to tell you, you learn more when you're teaching than the people, other
yeah,
people
yeah.
learn.
Yeah, I'm a
Absolutely. And
teacher, so I love it.
especially if they interact like you do, you know, then you do learn a lot. It's really great. So thank you very much for interacting. And
Oh, great job, Michael. I really enjoyed that. I learned a lot because I'm
Yeah,
kind of
they're
like
following. I'm
Cece. I
glad to
think
learn where the followers
yeah,
are.
I mean, I sort of see all that stuff, but I never really go to the next level. So I've learned a
Okay.
lot here.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay. Well, thanks very much. I appreciate that. And Nancy, I hope you got some benefit.
Yes, I do, honey. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Eh? Yeah, I see Nancy in a lot of my classes. So yeah.
Oh,
Baby? Michael, did your daughter have the baby?
Okay. Got to hear what she says, Nancy.
Did your daughter have a baby?
Have the baby?
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Yes, Nancy. Yes, she did. She had a little daughter, and it's back home now.
oh,
And,
Good.
on the Instagram.
Congratulations.
oh, how sweet.
Yeah, if you go onto Instagram, you'll see a picture of it.
Oh, great.
Now, what if someone that's following you asks for your email and stuff like that? I mean, it's kind of like, I just don't know where you know, where it's safe and not safe, that kind of stuff, or
On
things.
Pinterest, you're talking about?
Yeah, on Pinterest. Yeah.
Yeah. I think if you go out with the attitude is, okay, nothing is safe, but let's get on
I
with
know.
life. Okay.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of like,
And then don't tell them something don't tell anybody anything that
Any personal information
Yeah,
initially,
yeah.
for sure.
keep it to how often you eat porridge, and nothing more personal how often, then it's fine. Nobody can mutilate that.
yeah, it's just
Yeah.
curious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I like Etsy too. Etsy's really great. But we've had some trouble with them. So, they,
Okay.
yeah. So my daughter's account was hacked and everything.
Oh
and
my gosh.
yeah. So it's
Yeah.
been, oh, what a hassle that's been.
Yeah.
And they got a
But,
hold of our credit card and started doing a lot of charge,
Oh, that's not good.
thousands.
not good.
Yeah.
you got to
Wow.
be careful of. But even Zoom, get set up. Their Zoom was hacked. It was Sue, in fact, Cece, you've met Sue.
Oh, yes.
She was hacked in a lesson. Okay. And she got people coming in, shouting and screaming and showing pornography and
Yeah,
Oh,
Zoom bombing.
Zoom bombing. That's what it
The
is.
security has gotten
Oh,
much better on Zoom because I do a lot of Zoom, and the
Good.
security has gotten much better from the early days.
Well, that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Good.
It's better
You can
now.
have a waiting room. You can have waiting room now where people come to a waiting room, and if you don't know who they are and they don't identify themselves,
Oh,
you don't let them
well,
into
that's
the
good.
meeting.
Yeah, but Sue's bombers came through the waiting room straight in. You couldn't get rid of them. You couldn't silence them. Nothing. Eventually, she had to just.
Well, the host can get rid of people.
Not
Oh, yeah.
those like spams.
Administrator?
You go to security and do the security and silence people and push them out. It didn't work. None of that worked. Okay.
I'll be darned.
It was a program that just kept on bombing in all and out. And she had a TA assistant, like we've got Lester today.
Yeah.
It just didn't happen. But anyway, that's Zoom. That was
Yeah.
just
Yeah. And it's rare, I think, relatively rare.
yeah, it is.
Because I've done a lot of Zoom meetings. I have a professional account. I do a lot of Zoom meetings, and I've
Okay.
never had an issue. That doesn't mean I can't have an issue, but
And the thing that's bad is when we went to try to get somebody and talk to somebody about this problem, because they have it where they don't give you a phone number. They don't give
yeah,
you
a lot of those
email,
services are
nothing.
like that. Yeah.
And so we're trying to tell them, like they got the questions and answers and they said, oh, it's somebody made a mistake on this and that. No one made a mistake. Somebody's charging thousands of dollars and my poor daughter doesn't have that kind of money. And
Yeah.
they went to our our credit card and
You
we
go
got
to your
credit.
bank immediately and they shut down the card
Yeah,
and
yeah, we
reissue
went
it.
to the bank and that's what we had to do because they weren't
Exactly.
doing anything.
Yeah,
Etsy
Yeah.
did nothing, so the bank took care of it.
yeah, the online people aren't very good at
Yes.
that,
Oh,
unfortunately.
yeah, that's what I'm finding.
Yeah.
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 So,
Yeah. Anyway,
okay, thank you.
it's been a great class of introduction. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
All
I
right.
enjoyed it.
Thanks.
Very much
See
so.
you,
Yes.
see you again. See you later.